nowadays, with the round of layoffs that are going on, and we are seeing news about it,
Yeah.
when you try to communicate to a group of people that you wanna build a team out of this group, that belonging is extremely important, and they have this response that you don't care about me, you will fire me at the first possible moment where you no longer need me. So I don't want to belong here, because whenever this happens, I will be emotionally hurt. So, and I've heard this from talking to people. So I would love to hear your take on this, because belonging is extremely important. Yet people may now have a response when you explicitly state that you're trying to build this, and they'll say, I don't want anything to do with this because you will fire me at some point.
So whose hat should I put on? The leader that is trying to...
let's put the leader's hat.
So I have a newcomer, let's say, who says, I don't want to attach to you.
Yes.
I don't want to love you because you're going to fire me. It's perfectly natural for them to feel like that. It's okay. You don't and you shouldn't control people's emotions. What you should do is create the right environment for people to change their mind. No, it's not something that you attach to me. Let's have a great relationship. No, you build the relationship. So the onboarding process is important. There are various ways. So, for example, there is one great book, the Culture Playbook from I forgot the name of the author.
We'll put it in the references of the episode.
The Culture Playbook is a follow-up from the Culture Code book, where you're focused on how to build teams, and there is a lot of the belonging cues aspect there as well. So there is an approach how to onboard people properly, and what's the difference. The first few weeks are, it's people know, tech leaders know, the first few weeks are important, but what do you do about it? So an example of, if you create, there is one way, if you give a person something that is meaningful to the organization, but is personalized to the person, you basically create a very small thread or connection between the person and the company. If you have what typically people do, which has some aspect of this, but I don't think it's enough, and I think it's very cliche. If you have I don't know what you do, so forgive me if I'm going to assess your approach, but if you give, for example, a new laptop to the person and there is the name of the person, it's personalized, but the laptop is nothing about HackSoft.
Yeah. So and they'll have to return the laptop when they get fired.
I think you mentioned, we had one conversation where I'll give you a great example. You mentioned that you gave a person... it was something. Was it regarding cooking or something?
Yeah, it was.
Can you give the story?
It was just from an internal conversation with one of our leads, where he kind of mentioned that sometimes he feels like he's on the grill, and he feels like someone's coming over him, taking from him the tongs, and I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing this correctly, and the thing that you scrape, that you flip the burgers with, and he feels like he's not in control when he can be in control, and we worked quite a lot to resolve the situation, and I thought it would be a good idea if at some point I just buy this physical burger flipper. Yeah. I'm not sure about the English word for it.
Burger flipper is
good.
Probably there's a word like that.
And gave it to him as a symbol.
Yes.
As a symbol.
And this is personalized.
Yeah.
So the personalized is not the name. It's I care for you. I took the time. It's like if you give a present to your partner. It's easy to buy something and to give it. But if you invest time to think what's actually that cherishes our experience together, it will be different. So if you have, again, the first few months are important, first few weeks are important. If you have something that is unique to your environment. I don't know regarding HackSoft what symbol, what physical. It's important if there is physical. It could be, of course, it could be a T-shirt. It could be a cup with the name on it. But actually, it actually helps. So if you have something that others have, and you create again a token, a symbol, or whatever that indicates you are now part of the group, it will attach the person. If you have a lot of teams don't have a name that they use. They have a name. They have a formal name. If you ask us, I could be named a Tochka because our company is called Tochka too, but I could be named part of the SSP gang, the Soft Skills Pills gang. And we actually write in our chat, gang, I'm in Zoom, for example. So we name each other with this that is common. So these belonging signals, you are part of the group.